Imagine a world where creativity meets technology in perfect harmony. A world shaped by one man's vision, passion, and relentless drive to change the way we live, work, and communicate. This is the story of Steve Jobs, the visionary behind Apple, and the pioneer who transformed entire industries. Today, we'll dive deep into the extraordinary life and career of Steve Jobs, uncovering the lessons, triumphs, and challenges of one of the most influential figures in modern history. Hello, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, and in today's episode, we're talking about a man who revolutionized personal computing, mobile phones, and even animated films. His name is synonymous with innovation, creativity, and visionary leadership. Steve Jobs. We'll explore his incredible journey from a college dropout to the co-founder of one of the most valuable companies in the world, Apple. Let's get started. Steve Paul Jobs was born on February 24, 1955, in San Francisco, California. He was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs, who raised him in Mountain View, California, in what we now call Silicon Valley. Steve's early life wasn't particularly easy. He often felt out of place at school, and his rebellious nature sometimes led to friction. But it was clear from an early age that Steve was highly intelligent and had a passion for electronics. During high school, he attended after-school lectures at Hewlett-Packard and worked as an intern there. It was also during this time that he met Steve Wozniak, his future co-founder at Apple. In 1972, Steve Jobs enrolled at Reed College in Oregon, but dropped out after just one semester. Why? He felt that formal education wasn't helping him pursue his true passions. But even after dropping out, he continued to audit classes, including a calligraphy course that would later inspire the beautiful typography of the Macintosh computer. After a brief stint traveling to India in search of spiritual enlightenment, Jobs returned to California. In 1976, alongside Steve Wozniak, he co-founded Apple in his parents' garage. Their goal was simple: to build user-friendly computers for the average consumer. The creation of Apple was revolutionary. The Apple I, their first product, was more of a kit than a fully assembled computer. But it paved the way for the Apple II, which would become one of the first highly successful mass-produced personal computers. By 1980, Apple went public, making both Steve Jobs and Wozniak multimillionaires. But Jobs wasn't done. He wanted to take personal computing even further, which led to the development of the Macintosh. Released in 1984, the Mac was the first computer with a graphical user interface, an innovation that would forever change how we interact with technology. While the Macintosh was revolutionary, it didn't sell as well as expected, leading to friction between Jobs and Apple's board of directors. In 1985, Steve was forced out of the company he helped create, a moment that deeply affected him. However, Jobs didn't let this setback stop him. Instead, he founded Next, a computer platform development company focused on business and education markets. Next never became a major commercial success, but the technology it developed would eventually play a crucial role in Apple's future. During his time away from Apple, Jobs also acquired a small animation studio from filmmaker George Lucas, which he renamed Pixar. Under his leadership, Pixar produced the first-ever fully computer-animated film, Toy Story, in 1995. The movie's success made Pixar a leader in animation and further solidified Jobs' reputation as a visionary. Then, in a twist of fate, Apple bought Next in 1996, and Steve Jobs returned to the company he founded. This marked the beginning of Apple's most successful era. Back at Apple, Jobs wasted no time in reshaping the company. He spearheaded the development of iconic products like the iMac, iPod, iPhone, and iPad, devices that redefined how we consume media, communicate, and interact with technology. The launch of the iPhone in 2007 was particularly groundbreaking. It combined a phone, music player, and internet device all in one, setting the stage for the modern smartphone era. Under Jobs' leadership, Apple became the most valuable company in the world. Sadly, in 2011, Steve Jobs passed away after a long battle with pancreatic cancer. He left behind a legacy that continues to influence the tech world today. From his visionary products to his approach to design and user experience, Jobs' impact is felt in nearly every aspect of modern technology. He showed us the power of imagination and how technology, when used creatively, can truly change the world. That's it for today's episode. Steve Jobs was more than just a tech genius. He was an artist, a storyteller, and above all, a visionary who believed in the impossible. If you enjoyed this deep dive into his life and career, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for listening, and until next time, stay curious.